Do me a favor. Put on your 3D glasses right now.
Shit! Get your towels ready, it's about to go down! Everybody in the place hit the fucking deck! I'm on a boat! I'm on a boat! I'm on a boat! Take a good hard look at the motherfucking boat! I'm on a boat, motherfucker, take a look at me! Straight floating on a boat!
It's been said that I'm fearless, which is kind of true, but it's more that I don't realize when I should be fearful or resist. I've done a 3D vid, a porn vid, a 10-minute vid.
You and I, we may look the same, but we are very far apart.
There's maybe 3 people in the whole entire world that watched that whole entire vid. But now I don't even release all of my vids online because they're primarily for me, and releasing them online for the public is a secondary thing. Closer, It's for Jamie deals with the perceived line between art and pornography when voyeurism becomes participation and the nature of vidding. In pornography and art, the female form is a central figure, whether it's objectified or glorified, and the manipulation of people into having sex is what we do. I got into fan art after seeing a Xander Oz manipulation by Crawl. I was fascinated that something not real could exist, and that principle is the same thing for me with vidding. I see my vids as art the same way I look at my traditional artwork. I think of effects primarily as a way of communicating internalizations, like character point of view, emotion, thought process.
I fought in a war,
My love of overlays and textures come from working with Windows Movie Maker, where it was extremely difficult to do anything.
and it wasn't very long.
I vid mainly because I feel something that I need to get out of myself.
Sliver crack of light is all you need to see. Sliver crack of light is all you need to see.
And in the process of creating that thing, I learn about myself and how I connect to the world around me. I'm a firm believer in vidding as therapy.
I can't explain why we live this way. We do it every day. Preachers on the podium speaking of saints, prophets on the sidewalk begging for change, old ladies laughing from the fire escape, cursing my name.
My vids often feature sex and or violence in an aggressive, in-your-face manner. There are probably deep-seated psychological reasons why I'm drawn to those things in my vidding and other art, but I'm gonna go with I like them. The sex and violence in I Want You, She's So Heavy was a comment on torture porn to point out Finnish repression and how they might want to point their finely tuned telescopes at themselves when it comes to overlooking issues within a show.
I want you. I want you so bad. I want you.
In part, I wanted it to say, like, see this bloody tongue licking in a stripper pole? You like that, don't you? Don't you? You know you do, even though it's sick and creepy. So go have some weird dreams. As a vidder, my influences are far and wide. There's a series called Millennium that was on in the 1990s. It was short-lived and really underrated.
And he pressed it against his smooth.
Looking back on it now, it explains a lot about my vidding style, from the cutting, the use of imagery, and the downright freakiness of it all.
Hey, life, you can see me now. Arms spread wide on the starboard bow. Gonna fly this boat.
I I've changed a lot as a vidder since I started.
Anything is possible.
There's not much I wish I did differently in my earlier work because it's all led me to where I am now. I would wish away the DivX logos from before I knew they could be turned off.
So destined I am to walk among the dark, a child in keeping secrets from. They know what I've done in the after. In the sword matter when the words blame you.
Mainly I go for characters I can admire or feel connected to, who also do horrible things. Yes, I do eat brains, I'm sorry, but I'm gonna eat your brains and gain your knowledge.